Hello, and welcome to day 17 of March for Humanity. I'm Amma, which I forget to say frequently, but most of you know that by now. I'm not ready for tonight's complete recording, but I'm about to cross what is spelled in Polish, Wisla. I know they say it Wisla, and Americans recognize this as the Vistula River. And it's quite long and I think quite important historically. So I just wanted to document this moment. I will get back to you for the finale of today's episode. You will notice I'm in an orange vest. A man went past me on the highway, came back and gave me food, and came back and gave me this vest. So it's an amazing day. I'll have a little more to say, but there is the bridge over the Vistula, and there isn't another one up north for at least 20 kilometers, and I think even farther south. So I'm at a kind of a crossroads. We shall see. Thank you. Hello, and welcome to the second half of day 17 of March for Humanity. I apologize for the staging. It's a little rough. I am fighting a cold, and I got more tired than I expected quickly. But I have been very lucky. Everything I feel almost like I'm being passed hand to hand across Poland. Last night, when I couldn't find a hotel and was sitting in a bus stop, the police came, picked me up, delivered me to a hotel, walked me to the room, and made sure that the concierge brought me hot tea. So this kind of treatment from police is wildly unexpected, and I'm very grateful. Then today, as I'm approaching this village, which I was taught how to say, it's Solec nad Wisłą. I don't know. She told me it's like Stratford-on-Avon, this village being on the Wisla River, or the Vistula, which I showed you in that clip, the bridge. So I'm also torn today because I feel these good vibrations, all the help I'm receiving, all the kindness that's out there in the world, and then, Ukraine, and shootings in subway cars, and we have to it feels like it's a toss-up almost to me right now, if the good is going to win or not. I saw an excerpt from an interview done remotely with the First Lady of Ukraine. I think it's Olena Zelenska. And she finishes it saying, "Don't get used to our grief." And that strikes me as an American as very powerful. We get used to everything. We get used to mass shootings. We get used to people dying of COVID. We get used to soldiers in Vietnam for decades and Afghanistan for decades. And bless her for saying that. Don't get used to our grief. Also, I'm not equipped tonight to send the links, but if anybody can find the Stay Tuned Preet Bharara broadcast from last week, I believe, He interviews Ben Stiller because he feels that laughter is still essential. And then he has Gary Kasparov on, who is a brilliant person for point of view of Putin and Russians, and obviously a brilliant person. If you're the #1 chess player in the world for a decade, you're pretty smart. And then Lieutenant Colonel Alexander Vindman. And pretty much Vindman and Kasparov agree. And we've got to send the offensive weaponry now. Are we going to get used to this grief? Are we going to let this go on? If something can't happen succinctly in Ukraine to end this aggression, it most likely will just go on, and then the whole world will forget all about it. Let's not let that happen. Thank you. Good night.